Hello children, hope all of you are doing well. So we were in the chapter carbon and its compounds. We have discussed about what are organic compounds, what are hydrocarbons, what are saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons, what are alkanes, alkenes and alkynes, what are cycloalkanes, and also the aromatic compound, the structure of benzene also we discussed in the previous videos. Alright, today we are going to discuss a new term which is homologous series. Okay, what is that? Homologous series. Okay, now before going to discuss homologous series, we have to understand what are functional groups. Functional groups of an organic compounds. Alright, so here we are going to discuss functional group first, then we will move to homologous series. Okay, now let's see what are functional groups. What are organic compounds? Do you remember the definition of organic compounds? Yes, it is. It is compounds which contains carbon plus hydrogen. It is a must. Sometimes along with carbon and hydrogen, some other atoms like oxygen, chlorine, nitrogen, etc. are also present. Right? Let's see some examples. Okay, let's take methane first. Methane. Okay, what is the structural formula? This is the structural formula and molecular formula is CH4. Okay, it is methane. Okay, now suppose one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by a chlorine atom. Okay, see here. Okay, one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by a chlorine atom. Now what happened to methane? Is it still methane? No, it is not methane. It became chloromethane. Okay, chloromethane, an entirely different compound. Alright, so which atom made methane entirely different? Definitely it is chlorine atom. Okay, so when a different atom is attached to carbon chain, what happens? The entire properties are changing. Okay, so another example, this is a single atom attached, right? In other cases, a group of atoms can also be attached. For example, instead of one atom here, a group of atom like COOH, okay, this is called a carboxylic group, okay. Suppose COOH is attached here. Now what happened? This became ethanoic acid, okay. So what made it different? This group of atom made this compound, methane, into an entirely different compound. Now it became an acid, a carboxylic acid. Are you getting? So another example, if suppose instead of COOH, suppose a hydroxyl group, this is called hydroxyl group, and OH is attached here, oxygen and hydrogen, a group of atoms, right? So what happened? This compound entirely changed. Now this became an alcohol. Okay, this is called methanol. Methanol, even it is also called methyl alcohol. Both are same. Methyl alcohol is the common name and is the IUPAC name is methanol. In nomenclature of organic compounds, we will discuss what is an IUPAC name of a compound. Alright, okay. So what happened when an OH is attached here? the entire properties of that compound changed into alcohols. Okay, so this is methanol. A lot of alcohols are there: ethanol, propanol, butanol, pentanol, etc. It will go on like that. Okay, so such atom or a group of atoms which attach to a carbon chain, okay, and that gives a specific properties to that compound are called functional groups. Is that clear? What are functional groups? It is an atom or a group of atoms attached to a carbon chain which give specific properties to that compound is called functional groups. Okay, so in our textbook we have 5 functional groups to learn. Let us discuss what are they, then we will move to homologous series. Alright. Alright children, now these are the 5 functional groups given in our textbook. Let us discuss one by one, and also we will discuss some examples. Okay. Now the first one is represented as X. It is called halo. Example, a single atom. Okay. Halo means halogens. It can be any halogen. Like what are halogens? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine, etc. are called halogens. They are group 17 elements, isn't it? Okay, so chlorine, in the previous example, chloromethane, I have shown you. Similarly, chlorine or bromine or iodine can be attached instead of one hydrogen atom. Is that clear? Okay, they are generally halo, okay, and commonly represented as X. X can be chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine, etc. Alright, one example is, for example, butane, okay. Suppose butane is there. Okay, instead of one hydrogen, any one hydrogen, for example this one hydrogen is replaced by bromine. What happened? Now it is not butane, it became bromobutane, okay? Bromobutane, okay, bromobutane. So it is actually one bromobutane because you have to mention the number of carbon atoms where bromine is attached. Don't worry, we will discuss that one. I mean how to name an organic compound in the coming classes. Okay, nomenclature of organic compounds we will take a separate class. Alright, so here what happened, in this way one halogen atom can be attached to a long carbon chain. Alright, and remember this halogen atom can become anywhere. Instead of any hydrogen, this bromine atom can be substituted. Alright, so it can come anywhere on this chain. Alright, we will move to the second example, which is OH. Okay, so what is OH? OH are functional group of alcohols. They are called alcohols. Alright, one example. For example, I'll take a short one. Suppose one OH is attached here and everywhere hydrogen atom is attached. Okay, what is the name of this compound? Now it is not ethane, right? It became ethanol. Okay, ethanol. If OH group is attached to a carbon chain, the name will end with OL. Okay, ethane. E will be, for example, from ethane, E will be cut, and instead of that E, OL will be attached. Okay, so it became ethanol now. Clear? Ethanol. And remember, this OH can also be attached anywhere on the carbon chain. Depends upon the position of OH group, the name of the compound will change. That we will discuss later. Okay, and the third one is carboxylic acid group, which is COOH. Okay, so the structure of COOH is this way. If you want to know the structure, one carbon chain will be attached here, C double bond O OH. Okay. So this is the actual distribution, but simply we will write COOH. What is that? Carboxylic acid group. One example I'll show you. Okay. For example, suppose here, or simply you can write COOH. Okay. I told you this is the distribution. Okay. Now, everywhere else, we will fill hydrogen atom. What is the name of this compound? Can you tell? Yes, it is propanoic acid. Okay. So, propanoic acid. So, when COOH group is coming there, we will replace it with oic acid. Propane will become propanoic acid. Okay. And remember, this carboxylic group is a terminal group. Terminal group. Okay. So, in all other cases like halogen and alcohol, I told you, it can come anywhere on the carbon chain. But in the case of carboxylic acid, it is a terminal group. What does it mean? It means that it will come only at the end of the carbon chain. Either this end or that end. Clear? This end or that end. Therefore, it is a terminal group. Clear? And the next one is CHO. Okay? CHO. It is aldehyde, another class of organic compounds. Aldehyde, actually the distribution is in this way. C double bond O H. This is the distribution, but simply we can say CHO. Okay? This is called aldehyde. When a CHO is attached to a carbon chain, we will replace it with al. Okay? Like if propane is there, 3 carbon atom. One is CHO, for example, CHO, okay, and all other hydrogen atoms are attached. Now what happened? This became not propane, propanol, okay, propanol. Don't worry, we will discuss the naming in detail in another class. I just want to make sure that you understood functional groups. When CHO is attached there, they are another type of compounds which are called aldehydes. Okay? And they are named as al, propanol, butanol, like that. Okay? Don't worry, don't get confused. We will discuss the naming later. Okay, and the last one more point I have to add, that is CHO group is also, aldehyde group is also terminal group. What does it mean? It will come only at the end of the carbon chain. Okay, and the next one is ketones. Okay, what are ketones? Ketones are C double bond O. Both sides carbon chains will be attached. Okay, remember, ketone will come only in the middle of a carbon chain. It means it can never be a terminal group. Okay, so for example, I'll show you. See, 4 carbon atoms are there. This is a ketonic group. Okay, now everywhere hydrogen. So in this case, this group, ketone group, can become only with the second one or the third one, because they are in the middle. They are not terminal groups, right? So remember, ketones are always come in the middle of the, middle means not exactly in the middle, okay? Anywhere other than the first and the last carbon atoms. Clear? So this is called butanone. Ketone, when ketones are coming on, okay, butanone, on will be substituted, okay, now it became butanone, right? Okay, so actually, okay, so how many functional groups are there? Halo, alcohols, carboxylic acids, aldehydes and ketones. Hope you understood what are functional groups. It's an atom or a group of atoms attached to a carbon chain which give specific properties to that chain are called functional groups. These are the examples. Okay. Now we will move to discuss what are homologous series. Okay. So before starting to homologous series, we have learned what are functional groups, right? It is an atom or a group of atoms attached to a carbon chain which gives specific properties to that compound. Okay. Now, alkanes, alkenes and alkynes are also classified as different functional groups because in alkanes that single covalent bonding gives them a particular properties. And in alkenes, that double bond, okay, give them a particular nature. And in alkynes, the triple bond is giving them a particular nature. Therefore, alkanes, alkenes and alkynes are also classified as three different functional groups. Okay. Now, we are going to take homologous series. To discuss that one, let us first take alkanes. Some of the alkanes I'll take, okay? For example, see number 1, I'll take methane, okay? Second one, 2 carbon atoms. It is called ethane, okay? Third one, 3 carbon atoms. Okay. Fourth one, butane. Okay. And fifth one, pentane. I'm not filling hydrogen here. You know that. 2. Also 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is the structure of pentane. Okay. As we move down, pentane, hexane, heptane, etc. What happens here? What is the difference? We know that one CH2 from, this is not visible, okay. From here onwards, you know that. See here, one CH2 is coming as extra. Isn't it? Here, one more CH2. Right? Here, one more CH2. Isn't it? See here, this is CH4. This is CH4. This is C2H6. What's the difference? What is the difference between these two? One CH2 is different, isn't it? 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen atoms are, increasing one by one. Okay? So, such a series is called homologous series. So, how to define homologous series? A series of organic compounds which contain the same functional group, okay? And also, they have the same chemical properties. Remember, their physical properties will be different as their mass is different. But they have the same chemical properties, okay? And also they have same functional groups, okay? And their successive members are differ by a CH2 group. How to define a homologous series? A homologous series is a group of organic compounds with the same functional group and same chemical properties, okay? And their successive members are differ by a CH2 group. Alright? All the members of alkanes come in one homologous series which is called alkanes. Methane, ethane, propane, butane, all of them are coming under one series. They are called alkanes. Alkanes are one homologous series. Okay? And remember, each homologous series can be represented by a general formula also. Okay? So, this alkanes can be represented by using a general formula also. Are you getting? I'll tell you one more example. For example, let's take alcohols. Okay? So, I'm going to write the members of alcohol family, alcohol homologous series, alcohol family. Okay? Some of the members. So, here OH. Okay? Everywhere hydrogen. So, I'll fill hydrogen. This is the first member. This is methanol. Okay? Methanol. And this is the second member. So, here OH. OH can become anywhere for our convenience we are attaching on the last carbon atom. Okay. So here. So what happened? One CH2 is excess here, right? So if I write next member here OH. So this is propanol. What happened? One more CH2 became extra, right? And if I write butanol, what happened? Okay, here OH is coming. Okay. So what is the difference here? What happened? One more CH2 became extra here, right? 1, 2, 3 and 1 CH2 became extra here. So this is called another homologous series, which are alcohols. Okay. How to define a homologous series? It is a series of organic compounds with same functional group and with same chemical properties. Right, and their successive members differ by a CH2 group. The homologous series can be represented by using a general formula also. Here what general formula can we use? You know, one hydrogen is replaced by OH group, isn't it? So the general formula of alkane is CnH2n plus 2, isn't it? So one hydrogen is removed. One hydrogen is removed by one OH. So what is the general formula? CnH2n plus 1 OH. Clear? For example, if you want to write, if somebody is asking you to write the formula of butanol, okay? How will you write? Butanol 4, C4, H2 into 4, 8 plus 1, 9, OH. Okay, so let's check what is the chemical formula of butanol. This is butanol. 1, 2, 3, 4. So C4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? H9 and OH. Clear? So one hydrogen is replaced and an OH is attached there. Now, did you understand what are homologous series and functional group? Now, let us discuss what are the characteristics of a homologous series. Okay children, now these are the characteristics of a homologous series. What are they? They have same functional group. We know that. The members of a homologous series will have same functional group. For example, carboxylic acid group. All of them contain COOH group. Or alcohol family. They contain OH group, isn't it? So alkane, another example, they contain single bonds only. Okay. Similar chemical properties. As they have same functional group, they are also showing similar chemical properties. For example, in chemical properties, all of the alcohols are having similar behavior. Okay, in their reactivity, they behave almost in the same way. Alright? Now the third one, they can be represented by a same general formula. Okay. For example, alcohols can be represented by CnH2n plus 1 OH. Okay. Or alkenes can be represented by CnH2n. Isn't it? Okay. Now, similar method of preparation. The members in a homologous series can be prepared by using same methods. Alright? And the last one is show gradations in melting point and boiling point. What is gradations? Means a regular increase. Okay? When you move from the top to the bottom of a homologous series, the boiling point and melting point gradually increases. Are you getting? Okay. Now these are the characteristics of a homologous series. Okay. So today's class is over. We will meet again in the coming classes with more interesting topics. So till then, take care and bye-bye.